Hey, I'm Nate.
And I'm Di.
And we've been trying to have kids for about 7 years. Basically since we got married. We weren't really trying, but we didn't use birth control. And
that was 8 years ago, babe. 8 years next month.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Happy anniversary.
Thanks. A little early, but so we wanted to do this video because we kind of want to share our fertility journey, just because we've been through quite a bit. We've been through. Go ahead.
So we've done 8 rounds of Femero, which is like Clomid, to get you to ovulate. We've done 2 insemination cycles. We've done 3 IVF egg retrievals and 5 IVF transfers of 9 total embryos. We've had 1 chemical pregnancy, which is where your levels start to go up and you're pregnant, but then they drop before you see a heartbeat. We had 1 clinical pregnancy, which ended in miscarriage at 12 weeks. We've seen, I think, 9 or 10 doctors. I've had 2 additional surgeries, 1 for endometriosis and 1 for uterine polyps, which should have cleared up everything. But that was 3 and 4 years ago.
Yeah. So we've spent $50,000 plus a bunch of insurance. Like, we've been fortunate that we've had health insurance at 2 different companies that I've worked at.
Really lucky.
Very lucky. I'm fortunate that I've been able to work for companies that do a really good job of taking care of, family values and stuff. We thought we would just try to share some of the stuff we went through. We're about to go through another round
of IVF, right?
Another round of another harvest. And we thought about doing this video before, but we just never did it because we always, like, every time we were like, hey, why would we do a video? This is going to work. There's not going to be any issues or anything like that. And we kind of always wanted to.
We've said that like 3 or 4 times.
Pretty much. Yeah. And we're not doing it different this time, but just more because it's like, well, you know what, if this works and we just get to document our process and keep it, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I think the other part of this is we have gotten to the point where, people say stuff. If you're watching this video and you've gone through infertility, I'm sure that you have gotten advice on what to do. And it's from, and I think what's tough about getting advice from people on fertility is that they're all well-meaning. And it's really an area that's not that well understood. The first IVF was in 1984, 1978.
Yeah.
Which is about as old as the house we live in, so it's really not that, it's not that well known and it's not that well understood. And so sometimes that, you end up with people that are well-meaning in what they say, but it can end up being pretty hurtful. And I think in our journey, we'll end up sharing about, just ways to deal with that and ways to kind of process through emotions. I think that, the emotional side of this is a reality, and that's just something we get to walk through. And I think we'll each be sharing our side of it, not in this video, but in videos in the future. I'll be open. And, I think one of the things I struggled with is there's not that many, there's just not, sometimes it's not something people advertise or talk about. Especially guys.
Yeah.
And so, if I'm more gushy than the guys that are watching this, that's fine by me. It, it just helps to understand what's happening. But yeah.
So our goals are really to just be open about our journey and our process. We've been going through this a long time. We've read a lot of articles, a lot of studies from NIH and clinical trials and different things like that. So
we meaning her.
Yes. So I've talked to a lot of different doctors. We still don't have an official diagnosis. So it's been 8 years of unexplained fertility.
We've found problems that have been resolved. Like, we found individual issues and things that would prevent it. But even when those were addressed and taken out of the picture, we weren't successful.
Right.
And so we haven't found, I think for us, it's going to end up probably being a combination of things. And that's sometimes the case. Sometimes it's not just one thing. I hope for you that it is just one thing and that we'll be able to explain some of the things we've gone through and that one of our things will be yours,
Yeah. And the other thing is we just really want to try to give back. Like Nate was saying earlier, this isn't a very well-known process, and I think it's being talked about a lot more. It's not as taboo as it was, even years ago when we started. but we want to be able to help people and answer questions. And we are not medical doctors, though.
Nope.
So anything we say is out of our own experience. So take that. We don't want to get
it's from our own trying. Like we will see the research papers through our own eyes and our own experiences, and that's probably not your experience. Like we have some specific situations that are unique to us that we will talk about, and so what works for us may not work for you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, it's almost better just to say, here's our journey, here's what we've gone through. If the stuff we try to talk about that we've gone through medically doesn't help you, but the emotional side helps you, awesome.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
So a few things about us.
Yep.
I am 33 years old.
I am 36.
36.
Okay, yes, I'm 36.
We got married when we were 25 and 28.
Yes.
Like we said, we've been trying to have kids for 8 years, and so we're super ready to start a family. We have also pursued adoption and are simultaneously kind of going down that route too.
Yep.
So we will talk about that.
Yep.
In 2016, after our second failed IVF, we kind of had a screw it moment.
F it, we're out,
And we quit our jobs, sold our house, bought an RV, and we lived in our RV for 3 years and traveled with our then 2 dogs.
Yep.
Now we have 4 dogs.
Yep.
So we're pretty big, dog mom, pretty big on rescuing dogs.
And camping.
all 4 of our dogs are rescue dogs.
Yeah.
We love to drink wine, even though I can't drink as much as I want to during treatments. And we believe in Jesus and love to camp. Anything else about us?
I think we had a list. We had a long list,
we did.
of stuff. We like we're foodies. We have both traveled around the world. I think we've both been to
30 some countries.
You've been to 30. I've been to almost 20. I'm getting there. Real close.
We're both. I'm a director of marketing. He's a director of engineering.
I'm a director of engineering. Very fortunate in terms of our careers. Food, wine, friends, dogs, travel. What else?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to just do an intro video so you get to know us, tell you kind of what to expect. Please subscribe to our channel. We're going to try to put out videos every single week about things we know about fertility, from natural fertility to acupuncture, to supplements.
Yeah, you just did acupuncture. That was awesome.
I'm doing acupuncture. It's really been helping me. To what it's like. We're going to chronicle as much as our doctor will allow us to film for our next IVF procedure. So what that's like. And then the emotional side of IVF, the roller coasters, the pregnancy test.
And then I think some of it, we'll have some stuff that, if you have a friend that's going through this and you just want to know how to support them, we'll probably do a couple of videos on that. I'm like, this is what, we found, sometimes people try, I'm getting way too far into this. Sometimes people just want to help and they want to try to say things that will help and they just don't know what to say. And that's okay. That's actually, some of the best things I've had said to me. But anyways, I'll stop. Yeah.
So that's us. We live in Georgia, Atlanta, just south of Atlanta. So we have a beautiful 11 acres that we live on. So we are super, super,
super blessed.
To be where we're at in life. We have this huge 4,000 square foot house that we want to fill with kids.
Yes. There's a lot. It's full of dogs right now.
Full of lots of
which
dogs.
They love. They love the acreage.
I would have more dogs.
No, we have enough. We don't, especially because who takes care of them in the morning?
I take care of the weenies. So
We
have 3 wiener dogs. They're 12 pounds each, and they're all senior wiener dogs. And then we have an 8-month-old, his name's Jack, an 8-month-old puppy. We found him on the side of the road. He was 2.5 pounds. We think he's a mix between a black lab and a cane corso, which is an Italian mastiff. So he's 8 months old and 80 pounds.
80 pounds of uncoordinated energy.
Yes. So we'll get him on video soon. And then we got the wiener dogs, Franklin, Little T, and Archie. And they're all fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, we didn't say Disney World.
Oh yeah, we love Disney World too.
Huge Disney buffs.
And we're so ready for Disney to reopen. We're annual pass holders. So once it reopens, we will be there.
Okay.
But this is us and IVF in quarantine, and we're excited to share it with you.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Bye.